51. What is an ionic compound? Ionic compounds are made from positive and negative ions held together by strong electrostatic forces called ionic bonds. These compounds typically form between metals and nonmetals. For example, sodium chloride NaCl forms from sodium ions Na and chloride ions Cl. Ionic compounds usually have high melting and boiling points and conduct electricity when melted or dissolved in water. They are important in many areas, including salts, minerals, and industrial chemicals. 52. What is an empirical formula? An empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of each element in a compound. It does not give the exact number of atoms, only the ratio. For example, the empirical formula of hydrogen peroxide, HO, is HO because it shows the 1:1 ratio of hydrogen to oxygen atoms. Empirical formulas help chemists understand compound composition and compare substances. 53. What is activation energy? Activation energy is the minimum energy required for a chemical reaction to occur. It represents the energy barrier that reactants must overcome to be transformed into products. Catalysts lower this activation energy, speeding up reactions. Knowing activation energy is important in understanding reaction rates and designing industrial processes for better efficiency. 54. What is a mole in chemistry? A mole is a unit that measures the amount of substance. 1 mole contains exactly 6.022 x 10 particles, Avogadro's number, such as atoms, molecules, or ions. It helps chemists count particles by weighing them. The mole concept links microscopic particles with measurable quantities, which is essential for calculations in chemical reactions and stoichiometry. 55. What is stoichiometry? Stoichiometry is the calculation of reactants and products in chemical reactions based on balanced equations. It helps predict how much product will form or how much reactant is needed. This is crucial in laboratory and industrial processes to avoid waste and ensure correct proportions, saving resources and improving yields. 56. What is an isotope? Isotopes are atoms of the same element with the same number of protons, but different numbers of neutrons. This means they have different masses, but similar chemical properties. Some isotopes are stable, while others are radioactive and decay over time. Isotopes are used in medicine, archaeology, and energy production. 57. What is an acid-base titration? Acid-base titration is a technique used to determine the concentration of an unknown acid or base by reacting it with a base or acid of known concentration. Indicators change color at the endpoint, showing neutralization. This method is widely used in laboratories and industries to control product quality and chemical formulations. 58. What is a molecular formula? A molecular formula shows the exact number of atoms of each element in a molecule. Unlike the empirical formula, it gives the true composition. For example, glucose has the molecular formula CHO, indicating 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen atoms. Molecular formulas help chemists understand a compound's structure and properties. 59. What is a combustion reaction? A combustion reaction occurs when a substance reacts rapidly with oxygen, producing heat and light. Commonly, hydrocarbons burn to form carbon dioxide and water. Combustion is used for energy in engines, heating, and power plants. It is an exothermic reaction and must be carefully controlled to minimize pollution. 60. What is chromatography? Chromatography is a method to separate mixtures into individual components based on differences in their movement through a medium. It is widely used in chemistry and biology to analyze complex mixtures, identify substances, and purify chemicals. Different types include paper chromatography, gas chromatography, and liquid chromatography.